Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
She's hanging in there. She's hanging in there. She had some dental work done, but she's going to try to get through some videos today. So we're going to talk about a topic we haven't talked about in a while, and it's Rachel Zegler and this live-action Disney Snow White movie. And it seems like they're trying to do some damage control here.
Oh, they've been.
They have Zegler out on the apology tour, and now she's basically trying to make peace with the critics. And it's like, it's because the fans are so passionate about Snow White. That's why they've been so vocal about it. And it's like, yeah.
This is the same person who hoped Trump supporters got no peace.
Yeah, she hoped that Trump supporters got no peace, and she had to walk that one back too. So I think she hired, if I had to guess, either she hired or Disney hired a PR firm to try to salvage this movie, because this movie is incredibly expensive. What were they up to, like $300 million or something?
I have no idea. They're gonna have to salvage her career somehow after this.
Yeah, she's gonna need a complete, like, top to bottom overhaul for, because people are looking at her now and they're like, oh, snotty bitch, snotty entitled bitch. So we'll see. We'll see if this does any good. Like, I don't know a single person who's excited about the Snow White movie, regardless of whether or not you follow the online drama. The dwarves look freakish. Weird. It looks like a Robert Zemeckis thing.
People are just over the live action reimaginings too, I think. And
that's it.
Yeah, Zegler's just, that's a whole nother ball of wax. And she's out there constantly making comments that are like, what?
So we're gonna take a look at the latest attempt to do damage control. And like I said, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care one way or the other about this. I think this is to me, this feels like Disney again flushing those projects that they greenlit a couple of years ago that they know are not gonna do that well, but they need them to do well because these are like all the movies they have planned for the year. Captain America and Thunderbolts, and
it's almost over.
It's almost over.
Comes out next month.
Well, doesn't Lilo and Stitch come out too? Isn't that
the summer? Out? But that one I think might actually do okay because it's like one that I think it'll work as a live action reimagining and people will want to see it. But I also noticed that Disney's been keeping very hush hush on that one.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to get this one out of the way because they don't want to ruin. If Lilo and Stitch is somehow good, they don't want to ruin any chance they have with that. And I mean, God, I'm just thinking back, like all the drama. We had Peter Dinklage with the dwarfs. We had her making comments, not just about Trump supporters, but like Snow White don't need no man.
Yeah, and fairest of them all met the best leader. And then we had the set fire.
Oh, the anti-Israel stuff when Gal Gadot's her co-star and she was in the Israeli army. It's like, yeah, and then God tried to stop this movie by burning the set down, and then we have the nightmare fuel CGI dwarfs. So yeah, there have been a lot of issues, and I think most people are like, didn't that movie come out already?
Yeah, because you constantly heard about it and it wasn't positive, so people don't have a good feeling about it.
So let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo. Can you muster a woohoo?
Woohoo!
Get a woohoo if you do. Go out to Substack. I'm going to push you guys out there if you're not getting notifications. Clownfishtv.substack.com. You will get an email notification every time we upload a new video. Thank you very much for that. This is coming from Variety. Rachel Zegler says the live-action Snow White backlash is due to passion for the original movie. We're not always going to agree with everybody. Passion.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because it's not because of her behavior. It's because, people like the original.
Now, it's interesting because this is Vogue Mexico, and when she walked back her Trump supporter comments, it was Teen Vogue. So yeah, there's a PR person. There's a PR person somewhere. She said, I interpret people's sentiments towards this film as passion, she told Vogue Mexico. What an honor to be a part of something that people feel so passionately about. We're not always going to agree with everyone who surrounds us, and all we can do is be our best. That's
what you were doing when you said you hope that Trump supporters know no peace, and you said the anti-Israeli stuff and all that because you need to be your best.
And Snow White was very dated. And,
and it was stalkery with the prince.
It was kind of stalkery, and yeah. She continued, I understand that the conversation comes from the community not wanting to be seen as a monolith, but the reality of being Latino and working... But the reality of being Latino and working in this industry is that we're trying to represent everyone. I know where I've been. I represent in my narrative, and I carry it in my heart every day. No one can ever tell me that it's not a part of me.
What's that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
And the fact is, like I said, probably because it's Mexico, it's a variety of Mexico. Here's the thing. Even people who aren't white said if there was one princess that you shouldn't race swap, it would be Snow White. But honestly, they keep focusing on that, and that's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is Rachel Zegler's insufferable, and people can't stand her.
They said shortly after the Snow White casting was unveiled, she had to deal with people on X. Well, she didn't have to. She chose to. It went on for days because all these people were angry. We need to love them in the right direction, Zegler said at the time. At the end of the day, I have a job to do, and I'm really excited to do it. I get to be a Latina princess.
Except Snow White isn't a Latina princess.
No, I've noticed that the trailer, and actually the last, the TV spot got downvoted to oblivion because they're using the original movie to sell people on the nostalgia for the original movie, to sell people on the new version. I have noticed in the trailer, they're being very careful to make it look as close to the original as possible. And I have to wonder if the other shoe isn't going to drop. And it's like, oh, this is really
I don't know. People said that they made her lighter too for like the one trailer. They lightened her skin tone or something.
God,
I didn't see that, but I'm pretty sure some people complaining about that too. I didn't really follow it because we had a lot going on at the time, and I just like, oh, whatever, who cares? It's Zegler. But yeah, so you're trying to get her to do damage control and be like, can't we just all get along? And I'm like, says the woman who was saying the really hateful, shitty things she was saying, not that long ago. Also, the woman saying that, during the Hollywood strikes, that if she has to wear a princess dress all day, she better get paid for it. And
I forgot all about that.
I get to be a Latina princess. Like, it's an honor, but you better pay me for it.
It was like, meanwhile, all the cast members in the park there,
who don't get paid much,
sweltering in the Florida and Anaheim heat, getting paid
dealing
like
with
$50
real
an
people,
dealing with real people, and some of them getting very grabby. Now it's interesting. You go out to the Independent, and the Independent is definitely a left-leaning outlet, and they are bringing up a laundry list of all the stupid, dumb shit she said over the years. They said that she attracted controversy when she referred to the original animated film as dated because there was a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. They were, and they do lead with the whole her being Latina thing, but she's had multiple fiascos, and it's just like every month, anything you hear about this movie has been negative.
People, the comments are so over the top hatred for it that they made a song about it using the comments.
Yeah,
because it's so bad.
The weird thing about this movie, I can tell you what's going to happen. It's going to come and go, and it's going to be like I believe it's going to be the most uneventful thing ever. It's going to be like the live action Cinderella where people forgot they even did it. It was just like, oh yeah, we did Cinderella, didn't we? Oh yeah, we did. And then like everybody's gonna memory hole it, but the problem is the dumb stuff she has said leading up to this movie is going to damage her career beyond Snow White.
I think it's gonna bite her in the ass. Yeah,
I think she's hired a PR firm. I 100%.
If I was hiring people and I was a studio, I want people that are going to do a good job and aren't going to be too controversial, because then you're going to lose half your audience or more. And she does not shut her mouth.
No. She doesn't. And I don't know if it's because she's young, she thinks she's all that, or where the hell she definitely is like, to me, she comes across as just being like a stereotypical TikTok influencer, less than a movie star. Like, she just will not shut up. This is interesting. This came from Screen Rant. There's a woman on Screen Rant who said, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding this movie, and I hope to God they take a break from the live action movies. They
have to. There's too many. People are over them.
And the box office predictions are not that good. It's I don't know. I mean,
what are they guessing? Like 50,000 or 50,000, 50 million. 50,000 would be around great. 50 million.
So they're trying to figure out actually on Box Office Pro how much this movie is going to make. They're being overly optimistic. They are saying $65 to $85 million for Snow White. No freaking way. Nobody is talking about this movie except for YouTubers who are crapping on this movie.
There's very few people. I mean, I'm on the Disney boards, and even the Disney boards are mocking this movie for the most part.
I have heard 50, 45 to 50 if they're lucky.
I think it's going to go the way of the Marvels, yes.
Yeah, some people think it's going to go as low as 30 something. I mean, I think it'll do okay-ish because there really aren't a lot of movies coming out between now and then. But it depends on how the movie is too, right? Because if it comes out and it's just total dog crap, I mean, it has to be at least somewhat competent, like these live action remakes. If it's very, I'll tell you what will make or break it. If it is very different from the movie, from the animated movie, and people watch it and they're like, "What the hell did I just watch?" And the word of mouth gets out that
word of mouth
everything is
be
different.
key.
Then if it comes out and it's actually like, okay, that wasn't the worst thing ever. Like the dwarfs are weird, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. Then people might actually go see it. I don't know. But either way, I think they're going to get hosed on this one. They know they're going to get hosed on this one. And I think Zegler, I'm leaning toward her hiring her own PR person just to save her career after this, because I think she knows it's going to be a disaster.
Probably.
But anyway, are we going to wrap this up?
Yep. Can't wait to see how this goes.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, guys. So please
Couple weeks.
please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.